when two scary monsters who also happen to be rivals get paired in the first round of the Legona 500 tournament, tensions inevitably will be high. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. We have only one spot left in the Elite Eight, and today we travel to the North region where King of the Dead will take on the Vampire Bassist in a best 2 out of 3 matchup. The winner will take on either Jasmine or the defending champion Islander. King of the Dead and Vampire Bassist have been long rivals. They don't like each other at all. And look at this, they've got a stare off before we ever get to round one. These two do not like each other at all. It's time for round one. On the left in green, we've got the King. On the right in black, we've got the Vampire. They are off and rolling. Vampire off to a nice little start, bounces off the carrot, gets a little push forward from the King, and she has the lead. She's on the elevator, headed toward the lava river. King, several links back. Let's see how she handles the Gravedigger. She's struggling a little bit, can't get up top, and it's actually the King that comes up first. He's followed quickly by a pair of Vampire Marbles and 2 more Kings after that. Lap 1 didn't separate them by much, and it's anybody's game with 1 lap to go. They're side by side, and now Vampire gets slightly ahead through the mushrooms, misses the carrots into the Gravedigger, and she's through just barely. Lost a ton of speed, and Vampire making a little push. King with 2 marbles not far behind. How will the Vampire handle the Gravedigger? Can she take a 1-0 lead? She's struggling. She's up on top. Here comes the King, but not in time. It is going to be Vampire. She's going to cross the line and take a 1-0 lead. Vampire was first and managed to get just enough momentum moving forward. It looked like King came up and tried to bump her, but was just a hair too late. And Vampire finds herself 1 win away from the quarterfinals. Heated rivalries like this mean more than just advancing in a tournament. They mean bragging rights, and you can see Vampire is letting the King have it after her round 1 win. Let's see if King of the Dead can rally here in round number 2. They are headed down the slides and onto the course. Vampire and King side by side really struggle over the carrots. Now they're through and picking up speed as they head towards the meat grinder. Neither one can get through, and all sorts of marbles are caught up. Now we've got 1 from each team through, and it looks like the King has the lead as he approaches the top of the hill. Down the lava river he comes and in towards the Gravedigger, struggling mightily, and Vampire's up on top. She's gonna have the lead after 1 lap, and she is now 1 win away from bragging rights and a trip to the Elite Eight. She spins off of turn 1, loses a little speed, now hits the wall and slows way down. Here come 2 King marbles after her, but now she accelerates and pulls away. Let's see how she handles the meat grinder. She can't handle it, and King now has the lead. King up to the final stretch, trying to force a 3rd and tie-breaking round. He's into the Gravedigger, up on top, a little bit slow. I thought he was gonna get stuck, but he frees himself, and now he is across the line. It really looked like Vampire was in control of this thing. She had 2 marbles ready to go through the meat grinder. Neither one could find their way through. King smoothly through and goes on to force round number 3. Oh, they are now at the finish line, chest to chest in each other's faces. This is what rivalries do. Things are hot and heated on the track as we go to the tie-breaking round number 3. 1 marble goes on to the Elite Eight. The other is done for this year. It looks like King is out to a small lead. He gets through the meat grinder, and he is headed towards the elevator. Looks like now it's 2 King marbles and 2 Vampire marbles. All 4 coming into the Gravedigger. Who's gonna get up first? Oh, Vampire got up very smoothly through, and she's through round 1. She'll head up the elevator and into the final lap with the advantage. An excellent turn one has her headed through, but now she's bouncing off of the fences, slowed way down. She goes past a dead king marble on the track, and she's headed into the meat grinder. Oh, she's getting caught up in the meat grinder, and now it's King of the Dead through. King of the Dead's gonna have a chance to win this thing. He's at the top of the elevator, headed down the lava river. How will he handle the gravedigger? He gets tossed all the way off the course. He went backwards. And now they're all in the gravedigger. Who's gonna come out first? Here comes two vampires and a king, and it's Vampire. Vampire gets across the line first and wins it. Oh, this king marble was in once. It looked like that was the moment, but went to the side a little bit, get caught in the wrong side of the shovels, and got tossed all the way off the course. Devastating news for King of the Dead and Lord of the Rings fans. But the vampire bassist, she will play her sweet music all the way into the Elite Eight after a dramatic finish in the gravedigger. The old saying that it's not over till it's over is so true when that gravedigger looms there at the end of this racetrack. Congratulations to the vampire bassist. She advances in the North region and will take on the winner of Jasmine and Islander. That matchup has already been played out. We won't spoil it here, but you can go back and watch that video now to find out who will take on the vampire bassist. In fact, now our entire Elite Eight field is set. The East, South, West, and North regions are complete, and we will have Elite Eight action coming to you soon. It looks like the vampire bassist has hitched a ride and is celebrating with the Nightmare King. We are one step closer to a Legona 500 champion. If you don't want to miss a minute of the action, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you clear your calendars because Elite Eight action is coming up next. We will see you next time.